Chapter 4, The Approach. We claim that the Sharia is a complete divine code which guarantees the material and spiritual success until the day of Qiyamah. It lays down a complete way of life, outlining every possible measure for advancing and progressing on the path of true success and righteousness. So there is no reason for us not to try to diagnose our illness ourselves and then try to treat it. Rather, we must look closely into the Quran, which is the original source of Sharia and of all knowledge and guidance for the whole of mankind. In fact, it is the only source of wisdom for man. We need to seek its help in finding out what our troubles are and how they are to be removed. If we really desire to attain full recovery, we must stick to the solution and seriously resolve to adopt it. Certainly, the wisdom and guidance from the Quran will never fail us, particularly at the serious crisis and in the difficult times through which we are passing nowadays. Now look and search for the right solution in the Quran and the Sunnah. The Sunnah, the way of the Prophet. Inspired teachings, the character, his character is the Quran, and this is what we truly find. And if we look into the Quran with an open mind and maybe an expansive way of thinking, we see that every good, every truth, you will find supported. Every evil, every ignorance, you'll see condemned. And people are, oh, you're condemning evil. It's like, well, yeah, that doesn't mean we're saying, oh, okay, somebody has a bad belief. Somebody has this that's just like, maybe you can deal with things, perhaps. You don't inside, you're like, well, I don't believe the same. This isn't right. This action I'm witnessing. Sometimes that's all you can do. And there's great thing in that. And sometimes you say something. Sometimes you physically do something. But there are limits imposed by God about this physically doing something. We see in Surah 4 in a couple places that no apostates were ever harmed for their apostasy. No disbelievers, no blasphemers in Surah 6 were ever harmed for that. We see that some stuff is wrong, and there's also no punishment for it. That some stuff that's even mentioned in the Quran, games of chance. Okay, games of chance. But the inspired way is the first way, because the prophets are directly inspired in ways that the other, perhaps, in English, the word prophet means spiritually gifted, so that's, but, with a gradual approach to these things, we can work out all the issues. Not that let's just ignore there's a problem, let's pretend that this aspect of life. That's why people turn to vice, is that they act like, it's like, this is how to get it. We got to figure out how to have what we want to have in the, our enjoyment and contentment of mind and stuff. We need to figure out what is the right way to go about this. How can we develop towards, because every person, it just adds up.